Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Mr. Hagazi here. Today we're going to talk about navigating through D2L Brightspace, which in New York City is called iLearnNYC. Let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is navigate to platform.ilearnnyc.net. I'll put the link in the description and sign in with your NYC student's account. Once you've signed in, you'll arrive at the iLearn homepage, and at the top you'll see something that we call the nav bar. In the nav bar, you'll see the school website, you'll see the Teach Hub link where you can find all your apps. There are some student applications there like Envisions, Amplify Science, and EL for ELA. And then you'll have your school's Instagram. Every school is different, but for our school, we have that in our nav bar. On the left, you'll see the announcements, and on the right, you're going to see a list of your courses. Now, below the announcements, you can see a calendar, you might see Google Translate, and you can even translate the page. So this is an example of what it would look like in Spanish. Everything translates except for the course titles. So let's bring it back to English first, actually. And then below the translation is a Google search and the NYC Twitter, which is useful to know the information that's happening or being pushed out right away by NYC schools. Next, I want to talk about the Waffle. The Waffle is where you can easily access all your courses, no matter what page you're on. But since we're on the home page, our courses are already there. Now, the homepage can get crowded if you've taken many courses over the past couple of years with iLearn, and so you need to be able to pin those courses. So if you click on the three little dots, you can click on Pin, and then there'll be a new section. Instead of all, it'll be pinned, and you can see those three classes that you're taking for that given semester. Now, for this particular student, all the classes are relevant, so we're going to unpin all of them and go back to the previous page. Now, to the left, you have your announcement section. You can click on Show All Announcements, or you can click on the announcement itself, and it'll open it up in a new window so you can read in more detail, or if there's a video or an image or something, you can see it. Now, if you zoom into that menu at the top next to the Waffle, you're going to see a notification on that little envelope, and what that means is your teacher has probably sent you a message, and in this case, it's true, the student has received feedback for an assignment. To the right of that are instant message options and notifications. Now, to the right of all of that is your name and your initials, and if you click on that, you can really customize iLearn to how you would like. So you'll have your profile, your My Portfolio, notifications, account settings, and progress. So let's explore them one by one. You'll see that here you can change your photo, you can add some education, you can add your tagline, your favorite quote, maybe some hobbies and interests, and really just express yourself. Under Profile is My Portfolio. If you click on it, you'll see all the classes that you're enrolled in and all the work that you've submitted for those classes. Now, how do you submit work into your portfolio? Well, on the top right-hand corner side of that screen, right underneath My Portfolio, you can click on Print Class Passes. Those are very important, but they're also very confidential. Each pass is for a specific class. So one's for dance, one's for theater, one's for science, one's for SCP, and this is how you'll submit work. Now, you do need to download an application onto your iOS device or your Android smartphone. And if you click on that link, it'll show you exactly how. You download the app. It's called Brightspace Portfolio App. And when you log into the app, you type in the prompt on that screen, or you just scan the QR code. It's very easy. If you click back, we'll go to notifications now, which has another app called Brightspace Pulse. And you can change how you'd like to get notified, whether it be daily or weekly. You can even add a phone number and then click on the things that you'd like to get notified for, such as new assignments, late work due, a quiz coming up. So it's really up to you. And the phone number that you put in, probably a parent's phone number, so you can stay up to date with what's going on with your child in school. The other settings you're not really going to use much, so let's just go back and go to account settings. Here you can change the font size, so you can make it a little bigger if it's harder to see on your screen, but everything else pretty much stay the same. It's just the time zones and the languages and stuff like that. And then the last one, of course, is progress summary, which will kind of tell you how many times you've logged into iLearn, how long you've spent on a course. So it's pretty cool information to know, but you won't really use it that much. Now let's look at what a course homepage and navbar would look like. We've looked so far at the school level homepage and the school level navbar. These are going to be a little different. As you can see at the top, you have a course home. You have content, you have student resources, which probably will have BrainPop, Zoom, Teach Hub, and your DOE email. Then you have your iLearn toolkit, which will have some interesting and cool applications for you to use with iLearn, such as grades and surveys and quizzes. Then your portfolio, Get Help, and then IO Classroom, which is Pupil Path. And then at the bottom, you'll see your content again, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. This is how this teacher chose me. I chose to do it this way. And then this is what an assignment looks like in your feed. You can see it says assignment, there's a little submit button, and then even a due date at the bottom. This one's due October 14th, 2020. And then on the left, you still have your calendar, you still have Google Translate, and even the instructor profile. That's me again. And on the right, you have another announcement. Now, this one is not an assignment, it's just a message. So this is just some information being shared with the class, but not necessarily something that has to be given in. So keep in mind, when it says assignment, then you do have to submit something. We click on content, you can see all the content for the course, depending on how the instructor has organized it. And that's basically it. That's how to navigate the iLearn homepage when it comes to a course and when it comes to your school. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that it was super helpful to you. Stay tuned for the next one.